Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. Rigathi Gachagua has been on record telling Kenyans that he apologized to Uhuru Kenyatta and Uhuru forgave him, and that he has been in good talking terms with Uhuru Kenyatta. That's what Rigathi Gachagua has been telling Kenyans. But now new details are emerging that might not be the case. Upon Rigathi Gachagua being impeached, some media stations allied to Uhuru Kenyatta actually dropped a bombshell on Rigathi Gachagua. I want us to have a look at that, but let me say this before we dig deep into that. We have a total of 67 senators, 47 elected and 20 nominated. And for Rigathi Gachagua to be impeached at the Senate, then 45 senators must vote to impeach him. That's 2/3 of 67. So if 45 must vote to impeach Rigathi Gachagua, then it means even the nominated senators are going to vote. And if now that's the case, then Rigathi Gachagua will be forced to marshal 23 senators to oppose that impeachment. Can Rigathi Gachagua marshal 23 senators on his side? I don't think so. Because even the mountain, from what we are getting in the past few days, most senators on the mountain will vote to impeach Rigathi Gachagua. Let's have a look at this article. If at least 2/3 of all the members of the Senate vote to uphold any impeachment charge, the president shall cease to hold office. The procedure for impeaching the president and the deputy president are somehow similar or the same. So all the senators, including nominated senators, will vote in the impeachment. That's what is coming out very clearly. So Rigathi has to mobilize more numbers for him to stop that impeachment. He has to mobilize at least 23 senators, something he will not be able to achieve. Let's now have a look at People Daily. The fall of a tribal chief. That's People Daily. If you go through that story, People Daily documented on Rigathi Gachagua's tribal outbursts and how Rigathi Gachagua has been fighting almost everybody. People Daily is part of MediaMax, owned by Uhuru Kenyatta. If People Daily can post something like this, the fall of a tribal chief, then it just shows Rigathi's insinuation that he's now in good terms with Uhuru Kenyatta might not be the case. I want us to dig deep into this for Kenyans to understand it better. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Let's proceed. Let me start by saying this. Kenya Kwanza government has persecuted Kenyans in their 2 years rule. There is no doubt about that. And a majority of Kenyans are really praying very hard for this government to go. That's a fact. If you look at Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua, for those who have been following me here, these are things I've been saying here. I've not changed any goalpost. A weak Kenya Kwanza government is good for Kenyans. A strong Kenya Kwanza government is very bad for Kenyans. That's something I've been saying here even before the impeachment started. If there can be a split between William Ruto and Rigathi, that means Kenya Kwanza is being weakened. And a weakened Kenya Kwanza does something very good for Kenyans, because this is a government that has persecuted Kenyans. So if it's weak, chances of Kenyans removing it from power are very high. If Rigathi is impeached, Kenya Kwanza government will be weakened. That's why Kenyans should be celebrating that Rigathi Gachagua is about to be impeached. An impeached Rigathi Gachagua can just help Kenyans in removing William Ruto from power. That's why I support, and Kenyans should be celebrating Rigathi Gachagua's impeachment. Those supporting Rigathi Gachagua are the same people who voted for William Samoei Ruto. And they are supporting Rigathi Gachagua because they never learn. That's the truth, ladies and gentlemen. Kenyans never learn. Any person sympathetic or supporting Rigathi Gachagua, that's a person who has not yet understood what's going on behind the scenes. And let me repeat, compare Rigathi and Ruto. Rigathi is a worse-off version than even William Samoei Ruto. So if Kenyans make a mistake of electing Rigathi Gachagua or electing Rigathi Gachagua's allies, Kenyans will have themselves to blame. In the under 2 years of Kenya Kwanza's rule, we have already seen what Rigathi can do. And long even before Rigathi came into politics, he was a DO. And we know what he did. And during his impeachment, Budalangi Member of Parliament, Raphael Wanjala, dropped a bombshell on how Rigathi was sacked for mismanaging of relief food. These are things Kenyans should not forget or assume. So those supporting Rigathi Gachagua, let me tell you, it's your right to support Rigathi Gachagua, but it's very clear you have totally missed it. You want to bestow on Kenyans another bad leader like William Samoei Ruto. Kenyans can save themselves by rejecting Rigathi and by rejecting a William Samoei Ruto. If now Ruto can help Kenyans in removing Rigathi, let's support that. Upon Rigathi going, Kenyans should also channel their arsenals on William Samoei Ruto. I think if Kenyans do that, then Kenyans will be having the best. Let's all support Rigathi's impeachment. After he's gone, let's now channel our arsenals on William Samoei Ruto. So for these ones I'm seeing supporting Rigathi Gachagua, you are really missing it. And then again, if you look ahead, the current political situation in the country will end up into two camps. We'll have a most definitely Ruto Raila team and a Rigathi Kalonzo's team. Those are the major political camps that are emerging. Gen Zs will be lost in between. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya.
Mr. Speaker, these people of EACC did a service to this country. Because for you to be elected, you must go through EACC. Mr. Speaker, this deputy president was a DO. And Mr. Speaker, he was a DO. And as a DO, he was sacked on 30th July 1997 as a DO. And the reason why he was sacked, and I will table this later, that the ESCC did not do its work and it cleared him to be a member of parliament and to be a deputy president, yet he was not supposed to be because of his misconduct. Mr. Speaker, this letter is read as Mr. Geoffrey Rigathi Gichagua, District Officer 1, Laikipia.